So folks, welcome to Germany. Welcome to Frankfurt, Germany. Germany's grand financial hub. And today I'm hopping on a train to Berlin, a city I can't wait to explore for the very first time. Fortunately, my hotel is just across the road from the Bahnhof. So it's literally 2 minutes to get from my hotel door to the Hauptbahnhof. So the Frankfurt Hauptbahnhof its exterior is populated by many of life's lost people, junkies, meth heads, which is similar to many of the main railway stations in Europe. So look at the diversity here. People from all walks of life, each with their own story. You know, Germany's history is rich, all the way back to its medieval days, to the modern day reunification, to the waves of recent migrants. And there's the ice train over there, their high-speed form of train transportation. Platform 13 is me. I really like coming early to stations and things. Takes the stress out of everything. And this is me, platform 13. But I'm early, which is just the way I like it. It's funny, in Japan, at any of the stations or any of the cities, there was never anywhere you could sit. They really had a big problem with anyone sitting anywhere. Check this for the diverse kinds of peoples washing through this place. Sikhs, Africans, Germans, Middle Eastern people, Asians. It's a real United Nations. But hey, I'm excited. Berlin's a destination I've always wanted to go to. It has some sort of a charismatic kind of underworld pull, you know? The fact that it was immortalized during the war and capital of the Nazi empire, then it was divided. In fact, for those of you who know my history, I even called my nightclub Checkpoint Charlie, which is about opposites and contrasts. So I've always had a bit of a history with that part of the world. And this time, I'm going there to look at electronic dance music. And we've got the lead resident DJ from the infamous Berghain nightclub, the most notorious nightclub in all of the world. And he's doing an interview with me in a couple of days. So I'm really excited about that. Couldn't get there this time, but whenever I want to go back to the Berghain, I'll be a VIP on his list. I won't have any trouble getting in. Sven will not stop me. So I've got to get to 22. I can't do it, 23. Excuse me, can I squeeze past? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And this is my car here. It's a little bit confusing. All right, 22. 9 and 32. Seat 32. 26. 32. Bingo. And we're all aboard. So this train promises to be a smooth ride to Berlin. So let's see what we can discover along the way. And it looks like we're taking off on time.
Einen wunderschönen guten Morgen, sehr geehrte Fahrgäste. Willkommen an Bord des ICE 1136 der Deutschen Bahn nach Berlin Ostbahnhof. Mein Name ist Ömer Gümmisch, ich bin heute hier Zugchef. Wenn Sie Fragen haben, sprechen Sie mein Team oder mich sehr, sehr gerne an.
As we approach Berlin, it's a city that's witnessed monumental change. Once divided, it now thrives as a beacon of creativity and culture. And it's no secret that Berlin has been home to many iconic figures. Musicians like David Bowie, who wrote his legendary Low album here, capturing the essence of his tumultuous time in the city. The haunting track Heroes was inspired by the Berlin Wall and the feeling of hope amidst division. My country's own Nick Cave made a home in Brazil, made a home in Berlin, yeah, made a home in Brazil as well, where he embraced the city's gritty allure. You know, Nick, he battled his own demons, including a tumultuous relationship with heroin, but emerged with raw, profound music that resonated throughout the urban landscape. And then there was Iggy Pop, the godfather of punk, who also found a creative home here, collaborating with Bowie and creating some of his most iconic works. His wild performances and the spirit of rebellion continued to echo through Germany's Berlin streets.
Here's the thing, and fans of Iggy and the Stooges in this period will know that you were kind of taken under the wing at that time. Bowie was going great guns, not as big as he later became. And with his management company, he kind of sought you out. He sought you out, and he sought out Lou Reed and Mott the Hoople, I believe, were the three acts that he signed up there. And I've come to the conclusion, and that's an amazing picture. That was when you were, I think there was a kind of announcement that you and Lou Reed had signed to be with David's management company, who he later partied with in the most acrimonious manner, of course. But I always got the feeling that he took more from you than he gave you back then. I know you became firm friends, because it was shortly after that period that he launched himself as Ziggy Stardust.
I think that over time there was a really good exchange for everybody. And to be honest, when I met David, I'd been performing as Iggy for 4 years. Iggy wasn't going to get anywhere without a shift, and I think it was with his help that I was able to keep going So, you know, who took what or who did what is not as important as was everyone useful and fulfilled.
Well,
That's what I feel.
You were very, very close friends after that, of course, many years after that, when you became...
Quite a few years. We kept close company on and off, all told for about 12 years.
Can I ask you about the Berlin period?
Sure.
Because this is when, I think, am I right in saying Bowie wanted to clean himself up? And I don't know where you were in that relationship.
Well, also cleaner than before.
So you both were... Okay.
Yeah, that, you know.
So not, yeah, okay. And you were out there together, and you shared an apartment, didn't you? So what was the attraction? What was it about being in that city at that time?
There was a wall kept all the assholes out. There was no problem parking because it was built for millions of people. There were only 700,000 living there. You had guys who had obviously graduated Eton, hanging around in the British sector like pretending they weren't spies. You know? Hello, jolly good. What have you been up to? You know?
They're negotiating Brexit for us right now, those guys. Yeah.
You know, so it was already the late 70s. It looked like America in the late 40s, early 50s when I was a little boy.
Yeah.
Lots of weeds, ramshackle buildings, and not many of them. No money.
And let's not forget, Hedi Slimane, the legendary fashion designer who immersed himself in Berlin's vibrant art scene, using the city as some kind of canvas and a backdrop for his stunning black and white photography, trying to capture the essence of youth and rebellion and creativity. And here we are in Berlin, a city that's literally risen from the ashes of its not too distant past, to become a cultural epicenter. And I'm there in the dining car, having a sandwich. What a great train. This is the ice train, rocketing into Berlin.
Sehr geehrte Fahrgäste, wir erreichen jetzt Berlin Hauptbahnhof. Bitte stellen Sie Fahrtrichtung links aus. Wir bedanken uns für die Reise mit der Deutschen Bahn. Passen Sie auf sich auf. Auf Wiedersehen. The passengers we've now arrived in Berlin. Exit in the direction of travel on the left side. We would like to thank you for the trip with Deutsche Bahn. Take care of yourself and goodbye.
Hectic station. I have no idea how to get out. This way, taxis. That looks like the way out to me. So we'll try and find a taxi. How exciting. Berlin. We're back. This station is massive. Taxis. Yeah, baby. First impressions is massive square. You know what it is? Outside the train station. We finally arrived. Berlin, baby. Very first time. I'm outside of the hotel there, the Henry Hotel. Well, I've just arrived in Berlin. I took the ice train, and what a great name for a train, from Frankfurt to Berlin. It was a, what was it, a 4-hour train, 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock. What a fantastic experience. Like, the ice trains are amazing. I just took, second class. And I'm glad I did that because, you don't need any better. It's like, just the perfect train experience. And the train speeds varied a little bit. It was 150 and got up to nearly 300 kilometers an hour. So it's like rocketing through the German countryside. Got some really cool shots out the window. Did an episode, arriving in Berlin, which is a really nice episode. Walking up and down the train, annoying everybody, kicking everyone in the legs with their legs stuck out. I discovered they had this really cool restaurant car, a little diner kind of it, which was just perfect, just amazing. So got out at the train station and lost the Bahnhof, and wow, what a mega station Berlin station is. Really impressive. I was about to get my cab and I thought I was dying to take a leak. So I try and find a toilet and there's this fucking line around the block to get a toilet. Check this chick's costume out. She's got a G-string sticking out the back of her ass. It's transparent. And I'm at this amazing restaurant called Paris Bar, which is incredible. It's so Parisian, it's not funny. I'm in West Berlin, and West Berlin, I gotta tell you, is like the Champs-Élysées. It's really, really swish. All the big designer stores are here. There's a Longland store across the road, Ralph Lauren, mega boutiques up the road, wide open boulevards, trees, beautiful girls walking around. It's kind of a nice early summer day. 24, 25, something like that. And last night, thank God, I went to bed about 8:30, something like that, because I was so jet lagged, my body was killing me. And after 8 hours sleep, I normally only need 7, but after getting 8, woke up at 3:30 this morning, refreshed, full of beans, and got up and did some work, went and got a coffee, hung out, chatted with the local security guard who was mining the thing. We talked about, he asked me if I trained. I said yes, I do Muay Thai and weightlifting, because he could see my physique, and we got to be best mates. And the vibe I get for Frankfurt, that's a sleeper, man. I would love to go back to Frankfurt. He told me it's an incredible party town. Like, you can come from Berlin and all over Germany to go to their clubs, and this is like 3:30 in the morning. He's telling me about this place called Chippies or Minis or something. He said that's the after hours club, and it's like the coolest place in Frankfurt. Obviously I didn't get there, because in this trip I'm in two modes. So you can either be in early morning mode or you can be in all-night party mode. I've never shifted out of early morning mode. Even when I was in Japan, I kept trying to do the nightclub thing. I just didn't have it in me. So, but that will come, my friends. And ironically, I just got a message. I went to my hotel and it was like 1 o'clock. And there's this, Henri hotel in this kind of weird Art Nouveau kind of rundown Berlin hotel. It's probably a former glory of itself. I was dying to use the lavatories, so I found their thing. There was this giant hole where they're taking the grate off where all the stuff was supposed to go down. It wasn't very nice, didn't smell very nice, so I can't check in till 1 o'clock, so I thought I'd just go for a walk around the area, because it's a really beautiful, classy area. And 1 o'clock, I'm hungry, so it's lunchtime, and I looked online and I found this place called Paris Bar. Had some really cool photos and things. And it's a fully authentic Parisian bistro with an alfresco part, but it's also really gorgeous, super Parisian. The kind of Parisian place, everything's going to be amazing. So I'm parked out here, alfresco out the front, having a salade niçoise, which is just what I felt like. Something really healthy and fresh, with some amazing French bread and amazing butter. I don't normally eat a lot of butter, but when it's French and it's in one of these really classy French places, it's just going to be to die for. And it is. And Leif, one of my film guys, responded to one of my messages that I was telling him about how I managed to secure. I couldn't get the key people from the Bergheim who were featured in episode 1 of A Journey into Sound, which is a bummer, because I reached out by email a number of times to Norbert Thormann, who's the founder and owner of the Bergheim, the most legendary nightclub in the world today, and Sven Marker, the crazy face tattoo, scary guy at the front of the Bergheim who turns away millions of people each week. So I reached out to Norbert a few times, didn't hear anything. Reached out to Nate, who starred as a baddie in John Wick 4. He's obviously a national treasure, now a global pop culture icon. And both of them, I went through Sven Markart's photographic representative, because he's also a photographer. Reached out to them and got a polite, we thank you for your interest. The project sounds great, but we really don't do any interviews. Fair enough. So I reached out to another friend of mine who I'm doing a tour with in Berlin, and I asked him if he knew any DJ producer types who were big in Berlin, just on the off chance that he might know something. So he messaged me back saying no, he didn't. I said, can you ask around? He said, sure. Then a couple of days ago I got a message back from him saying, I found somebody, this lady called Trixer or Nixer or something, Fixer, and he said, I don't know her, but this is her contact, and apparently her husband is a DJ producer. So I messaged her, and the next thing I know, I find out her husband, Jason, Patrick Grazer, is the main star DJ from the Bergheim, and has been since 2012. So he's a big deal in the techno scene globally, and also in Berlin. So I looked him up and read his CV and everything, and wow, he is incredible. So I messaged her back, told her a little bit about the project. Next thing I know, Patrick is in the loop, and he sounds really excited. So he said to me, why don't you stay next Saturday, because I'll get you a VIP pass to the Berghain, which is almost impossible to get into. But unfortunately I'm not going to be here next Saturday because I've got a really tight schedule. I'm going to be in Manchester, I think, filming there. And then when I went to get lunch, I realised that it's Sunday here, 2 o'clock. What I know about the Berghain is the Berghain opens at midnight on Saturday and stays open until 10 o'clock in the morning on Monday. So right now, Sunday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the Berghain is cranking. So theoretically, I could get back in touch with his wife, and his wife in touch with Patrick, and I could go to the Berghain tonight, or today, or this afternoon, which would be an incredible experience.
In 80 Days, adventurer and award-winning filmmaker Paul G. Roberts retraces the global footsteps of Phileas Fogg, hero of Jules Verne's most famous work,